Popcorn World. Popcorn World. Yeah. Can I make you groove now? Yes, I can. So you can get this groove in a bag of a can. But to make it rhyme and groove and the holes in your hand. Popcorn World. 250 flavors gonna make you smile. 250 flavors gonna make you smile. 250 flavors gonna make you smile. I said popcorn make you smile. Ah. Popcorn World. Popcorn World. Popcorn World. It's a popcorn world. It's a popcorn world.
You're now listening to the Brothers of the Five. At shooting guard, it's your boy, Killer Cam. At small forward, it's Reggie Love. At point guard, Steve Major. At power forward, Al B. And at center, Mr. Noise, Lloyd Spence. And now, the Brothers of the Five. Add one more plus me and I want to first publicly thank the brothers for allowing a later start tonight. Had to do some, I guess, I don't know, presidential type stuff tonight, but hopefully it will result in big and better things. But nevertheless, the brothers are here. The Five crew is coming in the building. Normally, if this was talking noise, I'd say grab your church fans, but since this is the Five, grab your hot dog and a beer and get you to a seat so you can enjoy the show. First of all, we're going to start with this nice bottle of wine that the sixth man, Mr. Jesse Wright, has. What you sipping on tonight, brother?
I'm sipping on a little Bordeaux Margaux.
Listen.
2014. Little Cab Sav, little Cab Franc, little Merlot blend.
$800 a bottle.
Everybody ain't able.
Exactly.
Everybody ain't able, but it's beautiful when you can do it.
Hey, stay good
for everybody.
I just got a cup of coffee. I didn't even know we was bringing all that. I would prepare better. That's my fault. I'll do better next time.
Hey, if we combine 4 shows, Lloyd, think about what our viewership will be.
It's a good point. Listen, I'm excited about tonight, man. We got a lot to discuss. There's a part of me that wants to start with the Tyreek Hill, but I know we're going to NFL later on in the show, so we'll stall that out. But I guess you got to start with this. The breaking news that the vaccine mandate in New York is lifted for athletes and entertainers. I don't know what that means, except that it means Kyrie can play now and some of the Yankees.
Yeah, they saw.
It means Brooklyn gonna win the championship. Is what it means.
I don't know about all that. Man. You might let's slow down a little bit there.
Okay.
Well, they saw Kyrie busting people for 60 and 50, so it's like, oh, okay, yeah, need to go and let him play.
Nah, they just listen. I really think this had nothing to do with the sports teams. This was I think everything. If we're being honest, I mean, COVID's really probably been handled with the most bipartisanship, the most unity, the most cohesion, the most organization from a governmental perspective than like what we're used to the last, 15 or 20 years. It really was done pretty well. I have to believe, I personally believe this is They always had a time frame that they were going to look at, right? And they needed to make sure that they didn't look like they were being pressured by, the Brooklyn Nets or the New York Yankees, or, it's a little convenient that it's happening, right before Major League Baseball is supposed to start, when more players, right, not named Kyrie Irving, are affected. But I think they always had a plan to roll this out when it was going to be safe. And I think we're all kind of pretty comfortable with the fact that, I don't know, I think COVID's kind of endemic now, right? Like the flu and everything else. So if we don't learn how to move on, then, what are we doing? So whatever, it is what it is. I mean, so he's able to play. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, listen. We kind of felt like it was going to happen at some point. It has happened now. He gets to play. He got his way, which I don't know if he got his way as much as it just is what it is. It happened, and now he can play. So let's move on.
The Earth's still flat, so whatever.
In his world, for sure.
Well, y'all can say what y'all want to say. I don't see nobody beating Brooklyn in a 7-game series, with or without Ben Simmons.
He still has a comeback, so that adds another layer onto it.
I don't know yet. Because Milwaukee, it seems like they coming in, they rounding into shape now.
Oh.
And they're playing their best basketball. So
also you gotta worry about Boston too, though. Boston is making some noise too.
Yeah, they're playing the best defense of anyone. So I don't know if it's gonna be this cakewalk that you're making it out to be. But it does get a lot more interesting. And to be honest with you, there's a part of me that the basketball fan of me is glad that he's playing, because now all of the excuses for everybody is off the table. So if they win, they won because they were supposed to win. If they lose, they lost because a better team beat them. And that's where everybody in the Eastern Conference. Now we can line everybody up and play, and let's see what happens. So
they got sports betting in Texas?
Depends on who you ask.
Do you have to drive to Oklahoma? Do you have to drive to WinStar?
Depends on who you ask.
Yeah, I was gonna say what describe betting in
See,
I mean, if the odds haven't changed, right? Because I don't think the mandate gets lifted till tomorrow. If we can make a bet on what Brooklyn's odds now are to win the NBA championship, I'll put some money on that right now.
I would imagine they have gone up considerably in the last 4 or 5 hours. So, but it'll be interesting. It's gonna be interesting to see. It'll be very interesting to see. So. That is the breaking news that we get coming on to the air. Now we jump into.
There was a lot of breaking news today, wasn't it?
Hey, Brad's on. Brad, put a band on Brooklyn.
Oh, Brad. Okay, Brad got the band. Bands to make them dance. Okay.
You can do that in Cleveland.
Big
I got
money.
you, Brad.
Big money.
Well, what other breaking news did I miss?
Oh.
The Tyreek Hill, you mean? We gonna get to that. I'm trying to be nice. Do y'all want to just go ahead and deal with that?
No. I want to do that.
I was trying to save it for the NFL section. I thought about leading with it.
Okay.
I did think about leading with it, and I was like, well, then have to take away from what we want to do.
Are we leaving the basketball already?
Unless there's something else you'd like to discuss, sir.
Well, I want to tell LeBron James congratulations for moving second, past Karl Malone. You don't want to talk about that, man?
Shout outs to the end of the show, man.
Listen.
All
If
right,
we have gotten to the place in our season,
I can't wait till we have this show called The Great Debate. I can't wait. Man, I can't wait. I'm tired of all y'all disrespecting my dude. Respecting
nobody listen.
Lord, won't you just jump over to the Clippers right now?
I will not do it. I am not disrespecting LeBron at all. I'm celebrating him, but I want to finish this season first. Let's put this season in the win, and then we can talk about what all is greatness.
Okay. So in what you just said, why are we talking about Kyrie then? He ain't won nothing. He ain't did nothing lately. And that's the breaking news we gonna get. Let's talk about LeBron. Let's talk about my boy.
Well, we talking about Kyrie because this team is relevant.
Oh, the AC. They in the AC. What seed are they? I'm asking. What
you
seed?
just said, Cam. You just said
what I said.
Ain't nobody beating them. Literally came out your mouth.
But I'm going by how you feel about it. What seed are they in?
Listen,
man, that's a question, man.
Listen, how I feel about it is irrelevant. You just get you crowned them champs.
Only what I mean. So only what I say is relevant.
No, you crowned them champs. Did you not just crown them champs?
Say, yeah, I crowned them champs.
Okay, all right.
That's what he said.
That's why we led with it, because you believe they're the champs.
All right, let's jump to football then.
Everybody's trying to make their bets tonight. Look what's going on.
Okay, we'll start with the Giants then. I got my money on the Giants. Let me start with that bet too then.
Listen, don't sleep on my Giants. We making moves, baby. We might have an actual offensive line this year.
Did you try to fit that in the same breath as the Brooklyn Nets and the LA Lakers?
It's all about New York, baby. I'm trying to have positivity in my life, Jesse. Okay? Man. There's a lot of things going wrong right now. And
but being a Giants fan, that's just something you did to yourself. You can't be blaming nobody.
Well, listen. With all due respect, and I mean all due respect, my team is doing quite well, sir.
Well, since he throwing jabs over there, he been throwing jabs at me all week since we got Matt Ryan. I mean, did the Miami move push the Patriots to the third?
Well, okay, then fine. Let's just switch the show around.
My bad. No,
it's too late. It's too late. You can't help yourself. Let's just go into it. We'll go all NFL right now. So let's talk about it. Question number 5. Yeah, just rip the thing up. It's too late.
No. We cannot move on.
Right.
We're talking about basketball. No, we're talking basketball.
NFL free agency has been the most significant.
I'm not letting you do this. We're talking basketball. Chad that came off the screen. I want to hear about Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors now.
We wasn't going to talk NBA either.
I want to. Can we talk? Can we talk Steph Curry?
Cam, we took care of Steph. We took care of Steph.
Hey, they be doing them bounties, so.
So that's what Smart did to him, huh?
It was a bounty out for him.
Oh, Lord, this is huge. This is huge, Lord, because this changed the whole landscape of the West. This put Memphis in some kind of a driver's seat now.
If he doesn't come back, it does.
Oh, okay.
But he's coming back, right? I haven't heard that he's not coming back.
He's been evaluated in 2 weeks.
Who?
He's been evaluated within 2 weeks.
We know what that means. Hey, AD fans, we know we reevaluating.
Nah, AD evaluated and Steph evaluated 2 different things.
All right.
Is he not coming back? If he's not coming back, then we got a problem.
He'll be back.
I think he'll be back too. I don't know if it's that big of a deal if he ain't coming back.
He'll be back.
I love the way
he's coming back.
I like the way y'all downplay everything like that. That's cool.
Hey, man, I know Raekwon. I know, bro. We're really more organized, but Cam is all over the place today. Y'all all over the place.
I'm only sticking to 2 subjects, two sports. All right, that's it. I'm sorry.
You just wanted to get your shots in.
Exactly.
Because you're bringing big petty energy tonight, which by the way, I appreciate it.
I got a quarterback. I am bringing back big petty energy in.
Well, can we wait till we get to that section, and then you can be as petty as you want? Okay, all right. Let's go to NCAA. We start with question number 1. First of all, let me just say this. Let me start by saying this. I think, this is my opinion, the March Madness is the most flawless tournament that has ever been created. There's no way for it to be bad.
Oh.
I'm just saying, how can it be bad? You don't even have to know the teams, and you're going to enjoy it. Prior to last week, I had no idea where St. Mary's even was. Now I'm a fan.
Yeah.
God.
Now I'm a fan. So
Beat the number 1 team in the country, and you're a fan now, right?
They listen. I ain't say they beat the 1 team in the country, but they did beat. Was Baylor number 1 still?
You say St. Mary?
Yeah.
They beat Gonzaga?
No, you mean St. Peter's.
Yeah, but I didn't pay attention to that. No, not St. Mary's. I'm sorry.
St. Peter's.
I say St. Mary's. St. Peter's.
Oh,
I knew St.
okay.
Mary's was. I meant St. Peter's. I'm sorry. St. Peter's. I had no idea where they were.
I got you.
But thank God for St. Peter's Day. I'm going to celebrate it every year now. Religiously. And I'll be wearing peacock feathers and everything.
Oh, my God.
So y'all really hate Kentucky like that? Y'all
oh, yeah, For sure.
Wow.
Like, there is no love lost. None.
Wow.
I'm just telling you, brother. So I'm good with it. What was the most shocking thing coming out of the East and West for you guys?
Man. Baylor getting knocked off. That was surprising. I thought they were going to go deeper than what they were going to be.
We manhandled them.
Can I just? No, y'all didn't. Stop that. Y'all did not manhandle them.
All right.
Y'all were up by 25 and they almost beat you.
One of our best players got kicked out the game for some BS.
What does that have to do with y'all being up by 25?
Listen, do I need to tell you what the run was when he got kicked out? Do you really want to know what that is? Do you know the referees almost got banned from the NCAA tournament after that? You do know that, right? All right, I chill. Let me stop.
Okay, let me ask you a question, Cam. No, Cam. Should he have gotten kicked out?
Yeah.
Okay. Because he threw a mighty David and Goliath type blow to that dude's face.
That's fine. I understand that. But what the ref did right after that was ridiculous.
Now take me there because I don't remember what he did. I didn't see that. I missed that part.
We didn't get another call to overtime. Like, they was getting call after call. Listen, it just came out today that they said they're going to let these guys keep coaching in the NCAA tournament. Like, they was about to get kicked out. It was so bad, man. And what it is, I don't know if Baylor was the number 1 seed. And when Manic got kicked out, I don't know if they really was number 1 seed, but when Manic got kicked out, it's like, here comes Vegas. It's like, okay, we got this team in Fort Worth playing that's an hour and a half away. They getting knocked out by North Carolina. They down by 24. Say, man, and the line is 5.5. Come on, man. You know what it is. Come on.
Well,
you know what it is. You were supposed
I'm listening
all your life.
I'm never gonna say that Vegas isn't undefeated. So, I'll leave that. I'll set that right there and leave it there. But I will also say this: North Carolina got a problem that they got to fix.
Of course,
they got to fix that. They can't keep living on the edge like that. So, but I mean, up until that point, they was playing a good game.
Up until that point,
yeah. Up until that point, they were playing an outstanding game. So, can I say this? I still don't know what Gonzaga is yet.
Best team in the country.
Are they?
They go as Drew, Timmy, and Chet go.
Yeah, they're the best team in the country. They can be beat, though. I feel like they can be beat.
I thought Memphis had them. If I'm being honest, I thought Memphis had them. Yeah. So I
shouts out to Penny Hardaway too, man, doing a phenomenal job.
Man, talk about turning the team around. Shout out to Rasheed Wallace, coaching from home. I just don't know what Gonzaga is. Jesse, are you ready to put all your money, push all your chips to the table on Gonzaga? Still?
How many times do you have a team that was in the national championship the year before come back and pretty much run the whole year at number 1, go in as the number 1 overall seed, and you have no confidence in them? I mean, that's pretty surprising to me.
That's surprising to you?
They've proven they can get there, and they haven't won the big game, but man,
I'm gonna tell you something. If I was Gonzaga, I'd be nervous this weekend because Arkansas knows how to ugly up a game. They played 2 of the ugliest games I've ever seen in my life. But man, their defense, to me, the 2 best defensive teams are Arkansas and Houston. They ugly up a game so cold. You just like, I don't know if I can watch this.
Kevin Sampson got them.
I think Arizona needs to be more scared than Gonzaga does.
You think so?
I agree with that. Yeah, TCU almost knocked them off. I totally agree with that.
Yeah. Because Houston team is.
But I told y'all last week about TCU.
You did, and I'm gonna tell you something. Watching that game, TCU was the better team. I'm be honest. In my opinion, TCU was the better team.
Dixon's a better coach.
Yeah. Brad is winning in this bracket. That's good. I don't know, man. I don't know what to think about the East or the West bracket. I don't know what to think about the East or the West bracket. I don't know if I have confidence in any of those teams.
Well, that's why I was saying I think Gonzaga is number one team in the country. But that's why I say it's not a clear-cut number one for me.
There really isn't.
That's why I think it opens the door for Duke. That's the reason why.
And they almost lost. Michigan State.
All the great teams almost lost. I mean, there is nobody.
I mean, you really saw the brilliance of Tom Izzo because I didn't. I was like, where has this Michigan State team been all season?
Yeah.
And they looked like they could win the thing. The only person standing anyway was Duke.
Is Michigan still in it?
Michigan is still in.
Yes, sir. We
Michigan is
played.
still in.
And we blasted them last week for even getting in.
We played
Well,
Villanova.
Go ahead, chat.
I would say we played Villanova, man. So that's
Good luck.
You played Penny Rice? Uh-oh.
Good luck.
That's gonna be a tall tale, but we'll see.
Matter of fact, let's jump over to that South and Midwest bracket now. Michigan, Villanova, Arizona, Houston, Kansas. Kansas looked pretty good. Right up until Creighton decided to turn it on when they did. I don't know if anybody just looked dominant. Nobody looked dominant. This is a weird tournament this year. Where is the dominant team? Is the transfer portal just messed all that up?
I think
y'all, what you just said, Lord, opens it up for Mike Krzyzewski to finish his career in college sports on top.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I watched that Duke Michigan State game with the TV show in mind, and I kept thinking to myself, "Are they trying to set this thing up to where Mike Krzyzewski is gonna ride off on a horse in the sunset, waving with a ring on his hand?"
you said it's a TV show all the time, man. So
it's a TV show.
That would be the biggest reality TV show. And I like Kansas, though. Kansas been playing some good ball.
That West bracket though has the best teams left in the tournament.
Who are you calling the best?
That West bracket,
the whole bracket.
Duke, Texas Tech, Arkansas, Gonzaga. They have the four strongest teams left. Because think about it. Arkansas, Tech, you can pick them to upset anybody any day.
No question.
And you got Duke and Gonzaga, right? And then North Carolina, UCLA, Purdue, and
St. Peter's.
St. Mary's. Or St. Peter's.
St. Peter's,
right? So you got a 15 seed, you got an 8 seed, like Iowa State, Providence, Miami in the South. Like it's that West bracket is going to be tough to get out of.
Low key, you know who really dominated this weekend? Purdue. But I don't know if that's because of who they were playing or they are that good. Like they played Yale and Texas. And who believes in Texas and who believes in Yale?
Yeah.
Shout out to Texas's coach, too, who left the greener pastures and found out he didn't have enough money for fertilizer.
Bro, I loved it. I was saying the whole time at the game, shockingly came back to Texas and lost again.
Ain't that something? You left for the greater opportunity and the team you out in the second round?
Kim too, huh? LSU.
Oh, that was listen. Can we take a moment for side note real quick?
Man.
I gotta be honest with you. Because I don't really love Kim like that. It was kind of nice watching her.
The press conference.
It was kind of nice. I ain't gonna lie.
Shots was fired, definitely. Shots was fired.
She always finds shots. It's always every time she loses, it's somebody else's fault. Every time. It's never her fault. It's never the coaching job that she did, or it's always somebody else's fault. That's just what it is. That was kind of nice. A lot more upsets in the women's bracket than I anticipated, too, by the way, if y'all want to. But we'll leave that alone. Iowa went down. Baylor went down.
Michigan still in it, though.
Oh, here we go.
Full circle, man. Full circle.
Classic Homer, man. My man. You're the classic Homer.
Full circle.
Y'all, who's going to the Final Four? Who's going to the Final Four?
Let's see what I had.
We can go game for game. Gonzaga, Arkansas.
Gonzaga. I
can't bet against the family.
Yes, you can.
I can't.
If your money was involved, you would.
No, I wouldn't.
I
am putting my $2 on Arkansas.
No, they could raise Jerry Tartanian from the grave. They're not going to win.
Okay, all right.
Jeez.
Texas Tech Duke.
Ooh, I mean, I had to go for the TV show.
Duke. I ain't going for that. I'm going for the better team. Duke.
Yeah, I feel like Duke is, man, the stars of all aligned for them right now. So y'all saying Gonzaga Duke, I'm saying Arkansas Duke, rematch of the 94 championship. Who y'all going with? Who comes out the West?
Gonzaga.
Gonzaga gets their revenge. It didn't go well the first time.
Duke.
Second chances, man.
They're not the Gonzaga Bills. And someday this has to end. If they're going to break through, why wouldn't it be in a field like this?
This is the perfect field to do it. Because if you can't do it with this one, then it's probably never going to happen.
And with that,
I'm starting to believe it's never going to happen if they can't do it in this one.
And Drew Timmy's going to keep playing the way he's playing. For them.
And they got the number 1 player in the NBA draft, right? So no excuses.
All right. I don't know what making me want to believe Arkansas has a shot here, but that's what I picked, so I got to stick with it. In the East, North Carolina, UCLA.
UCLA.
You can't do it, can you? You just chastised me over it. Now you can't do it.
I think we got the better team.
UCLA is good. They're sneaky good.
I'm not saying they're not.
We getting there. We getting to Kansas. Just sit tight, Fly Guy West. See West. We getting there. Or Sir Michael. We getting there. Purdue, St. Peter's.
The streak is over.
Listen, the tougher team is St. Peter's. Now I don't know if they can win this game, but they are the tougher team.
The streak is over.
They gangster.
Their coach is gangster.
Their coach is gangster. Yeah.
Did you see his in-game interview?
I did.
When they were winning. When the 15th seed was beating the 7th seed.
I did.
Oh my God.
And then what I really love is his post-game interview. When they asked him, they said, were you intimidated? He said, we're from New York.
It's the East Coast. That's the East Coast attitude.
That's how it works with New York, son. I think he had on Timberlands when he said it.
Hey, man, you gotta relax.
No, I'm just saying, man. The guys, I love it. I like it.
Yeah. I got Purdue in this one.
Who's coming out of the East for you? Is North Carolina do it? Can they beat? For you, it's North Carolina, Purdue, right, Cam? So who you going with?
North Carolina.
So you didn't do that. You didn't know nothing different than I did.
I'm not saying that because of my heart. I got to go with the family and nothing like that. I think we got the better team with the matchups we talking. That's the only reason.
Okay. All right.
We got good guard play. And we got a knockdown shooter, and we got a big man. If he stay out of foul trouble, we good.
Okay. All right. Jesse, what you doing?
I think UCLA can get out of that.
UCLA?
Yep.
Man, they quietly look good.
Yep.
They quietly look good, and they busted St. Mary's tail. They didn't. It's like we're gonna take care of business. I don't know what the rest of y'all doing, but we taking care of business. Jesse, I think I'm gonna get on board with you. I think I'm saying UCLA. I think I'm getting on board with you. Lord have mercy, Chad. What you doing?
I'm going.
That Michigan is distracting me.
I'm going UCLA and Purdue.
And who you going with?
I'm gonna have to go with. Dang.
Aren't you contractually obligated to go with Purdue?
Yeah, I'm going Purdue.
We're talking Elite Eight right now, right?
No, that was Final Four. Right now, y'all got Duke and most of y'all have Duke and UCLA. Well, you got Duke and North Carolina. I have Arkansas and UCLA. So now we're going south, down south.
I've got Gonzaga.
No, you got Gonzaga. I'm sorry. You got Gonzaga. So now we're going down south, Arizona and Houston.
God, that's the hardest one, I think.
That's the game you got to watch.
Arizona. Arizona had the best two players, but TCU had the best team. Now, I don't know.
Who's winning our bracket?
Huh?
Who's winning the bracket right now?
I hadn't even looked.
Okay.
I have to look.
I think that game might be a blowout, low key.
Arizona?
I think it might be a blowout because Houston is missing two of their top players. They, even though they hadn't played, they may need them against Arizona.
Dang.
And when I say blowout, I'm saying Arizona by at least 15 is what I'm saying. I think they're going to control the entire game.
Wow.
Because you need Sasser and you need that other scorer they got, man. That's tough.
It is.
That's tough to overcome. You've done it with defense and athleticism so far. You finna play Arizona. It's going to need a little bit more than that to beat Arizona. But remember, we talking about Arizona winning the whole thing, like 2 or 3.
Well, listen. I have to go Arizona because I got them winning the whole thing.
Like, that's what I'm saying.
But I'll be honest with you, I'm not as confident today as I was when we made the original picks.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah, I'm not as confident, but I'm gonna go with them. Villanova, Michigan.
Well, since we know who Chad got, I'm
Right, I don't have to ask Chad. It's very clear. I'm going Nova though. Jay Wright is coaching his behind off.
I got Villanova.
Yeah, I think it's a one. I think we're gonna get our only 1-2 matchup. Yes, what you doing?
I got Villanova.
All right. So I got Arizona, like I said. Who y'all got?
Oh yeah, Arizona's got to come out of that.
Yeah, I got Arizona.
Okay. And of course, you have Michigan, Chad. Is that correct?
I think if Houston wins that game, though, next week I'm gonna pick them to win the whole thing.
The whole thing.
It was in the Final Four
wins that
last year.
game.
Wow.
Final Four last year, right?
Final Four last year.
Yeah.
I think this is the hardest game. I think this is the one thing Houston needs to get over.
That's tough. Yeah, they got to get over the hump. That's just they can pull it off. Last one, Midwest, Kansas, Providence.
We never got Chad to answer. I want to hear him say it.
The big M in the chest didn't give it away.
I got Arizona. And I'm going with my head and not my heart. So I'm going to go Arizona and Michigan. And Arizona will beat Michigan.
Arizona will beat Michigan. Okay. That's a tough question, so Mike. We're gonna get to that in a minute. Let's do this Kansas, Providence, and Iowa State, Miami real quick. I guess Kansas.
That's what I got.
Yeah,
I guess
Kansas.
Although Providence is playing some incredible basketball right now, Coach Cooley got them balling out of control, but surely Kansas can't screw this up again, right? Right.
I mean, I think
nobody's saying right.
I think you can go Kansas on this one, man. Kansas.
Not confidently though. I don't ever trust Kansas. I'm sorry, I just don't.
Wow.
I just don't trust them. They have broken my heart so many times in the bracket. So I'm picking them under duress.
Are you talking about Roy Williams or Bill Simmons?
Everybody, Roy, Bill,
Okay.
take a pick.
I'm just asking.
Take a pick. Jesse, what you doing? You feel confident in Kansas?
Yes.
Okay. What about Iowa State, Miami? The 10 seed versus the 11 seed. Can you
It
believe
doesn't
that?
matter. It's Kansas.
Kansas got the easiest path.
It's Kansas.
Should.
Yeah, I think so.
On paper, they have the easiest path.
I picked Providence to lose in the first round, so I think it's Kansas all day long, and Kansas might have the second best NBA player in the tournament.
And see, I have Providence
Wow.
at this point. I picked them to get to this point.
Picking Kansas and the U.
I picked Kansas and Providence. You going Kansas and the U?
And then Kansas is going to come out of that.
Somebody asked me, hey, man, how come you didn't tell me about Miami? And I was like, because they ain't look like this all season. I've been watching ACC basketball all season. They ain't never played like this.
North Carolina either.
So I don't know. So matter of fact, the title of tomorrow's Believe in the ACC show is apparently the ACC is better than we thought. So none of them look like this, including Duke. So maybe we all had it wrong. So I don't know. I think Miami. Huh?
Duke didn't look good this year.
They were up and down. Some games they looked like they could win the whole thing, and other games you're like, how'd they lose to them? So, and then they didn't finish the season well. Got blown out by North. Well, not blown out, but they got beat at home by North Carolina, and then they turned around and lost in the ACC championship game. So we'll see. I mean, I guess they done figured it out now. We'll see.
Did Kansas win the Big 12? No.
No.
So I mean, it's
I agree with you. It's not a prerequisite. That's not a prerequisite to win your conference, to win the whole thing. But you would like to go in with some momentum, I would think. And neither one of those teams did that.
Thank you.
So, but neither did Miami, and look where they are. So there you go. So I don't know. We'll see. But I do think it's Kansas. I think we're gonna be talking about Kansas in that final spot. So all right. Now, Cam, before we get to all full-on free agents, which is I know is what you're ready for.
Oh, I gotta be winning this NCAA bracket. I have to be.
What is your? I don't remember what's your name in the group.
It's under ESPN 16055-724. It's only one.
Okay, you're tied for second.
Okay.
You're tied for second.
Well, until this weekend, I guess. Yeah.
Did I put the wrong bracket in here?
Oh, no. You just had some horrible picks. You had the right.
No. I got the wrong bracket in here.
Oh, here we go.
No, I'm serious. I'm looking at it. I thought I was in my own group, and I'm not even in my own group.
Oh, this guy.
No, I'm not.
I knew this was going to happen.
I thought I was in the group. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I knew this was going to happen. You picked New Mexico State to win it all, and that ain't happening like you thought. I knew it was going to happen.
Can I just put out myself in the group and see what happens? They probably won't allow me to do much anyway.
I hope they don't.
They might be like it's too late.
Wait. We never said who we had in the championship. When we got to that point, who we got in the championship then?
Mine hasn't changed. It's still Arkansas and Arizona. My championship game is still looking the same.
And I got Duke in Arizona.
Okay. Yeah, my championship game is still locked
and
in.
So you got Michigan and who?
I had
Purdue,
Gonzaga, and Arizona.
Okay, so everybody got Arizona in so far.
Well, I mean, going into this thing, it looked like Arizona was a lock, and now, I guess technically they still look good. And
What you got, Jess?
I got Zona and Zaga, but I'm telling you, if Houston wins this game, I'm done. I'm off of Zaga.
Wow. I don't see how Houston wins at all. I don't see how they even have a chance, man.
I don't either, but
But we've been saying this all year.
I mean, yeah, it's
I hear you.
I don't know. I don't know what to think about any of these guys at this point. This is anybody's championship at this point. All right, let's jump on in. Why you keep delaying the NFL,
Sir?
You don't want the smoke?
Who?
You.
I smoke. Bring it. Okay.
Before we get to the smoke, let's talk about this Deshaun Watson.
Never heard that before.
Yeah, I've never heard any of those weird.
That's
But
I never had a boy like him before. That's fine.
okay, touche. Deshaun Watson is now a Cleveland Brown, and what's more important, they gave that man $231 million. We asked the question, agree or disagree, because of the imagery of what that looks like in relation to what is going on. Because technically, according to Houston law, he has not committed a crime. However, there are 22 civil lawsuits still pending, and his name is attached to each one of them. Do you guys have a problem with what not just the Cleveland Browns did? Because you can easily blame this on the Cleveland Browns and say, I can't believe they did it. Oh, I forgot about that, Raekwon. You're correct. It is all mostly guaranteed money. I think it's like $1 million or $2 is not. So maybe that's just like this parking pass.
Well, it's not much the first year.
He's got to pay for parking.
He's got to pay for parking. His parking, right? The $2 million for parking.
Hey! We got casinos and we got baseball. We got basketball. Stop! You got to pay for parking.
You got to pay for your parking though. We're not letting you.
You're not park in front of that barbecue. No, stop.
That's right. I don't.
Is it Ruby's bread? Maze. Aunt Ruby's.
Oh my God!
What's the big thing in Cleveland? What's the big meal in Cleveland?
It should be fucking barbecue.
Maybe barbecue.
They got barbecue in Cleveland.
People are not talking about Houston barbecue.
No, Cleveland.
I'm telling you right now. Brad, get on. Tell me something.
You got Cleveland or Houston?
Cleveland.
Has good barbecue?
I gotta try it.
You would have never gotten me to say that.
Hey,
I've never had it.
Me neither. Brad took us to the barbecue joint.
Really? Wow.
Right across. Hey, it was right across from the queue. And I'm telling you what, man.
Amazing.
Oh man.
Okay.
Wow. Okay. All right.
It's called Mabel's. Is that what it's called?
Mabel's? Aunt Mabel's? I'm looking it up right now. I don't give a damn.
It must be that good.
It must be really good if y'all riding this arm.
I know where that shit is. There's the parking lot, then there's the blockers, the concrete blockers that are up off that main street. You can't park down there. You got to walk down the alley. There's that roof deck bar up on the right, Cam, but before you got to walk past that and then over to the left. It comes out on those plastic cafeteria trays like you get in prison. Oh my God! And they got like 7 bottles of Pappy along the back wall. Stop it!
Really?
So it's made an impression.
Go in ribs and Pappy, Cam.
Hey, listen. Hey, Lord. Hey, Lord. He talking about, do you want a shot of Pappy? I said, sure. He told me how much you want. How much is that shot of Pappy? A shot.
No comment.
How much was a shot, Jesse? Tell me.
$2.75.
Wait, what? $2.75?
Are they shooting you with an actual gun, or like do they shoot it in your mouth? Like how does it work?
Oh, man.
Good.
That's not the most expensive shot of whiskey I've had this year. So stop.
Oh my.
Well, we saw it by the bottle that you displayed. We saw that. So.
Well, flex on them in.
I fucked up and walked into a bar in Boston a couple of weeks ago and ordered a couple of glasses of something and didn't ask what the price was, and won't do that again.
You at least gotta know the price, right?
Wow.
It should be listed on something.
Well, the fact that they didn't list it should have tipped you off.
You were in one of them high sedity places.
When they don't listen, they telling you right there. Listen.
When I said we'll take 2 glasses of Macallan 25, and he goes, "Are you sure?"
Yeah. Anytime they ask you twice,
No, I don't know yet. Yes, no,
maybe
yes.
I don't know what we're talking about right now.
Oh,
I would say the good thing about that contract for Deshaun, for Cleveland and Deshaun, is that the first year is not much. It's not as much. Just in case he gets suspended, he ain't losing so much money. So I thought that was pretty cool by Cleveland.
Mabels. Oh, Mabels.
So
Mabels.
I don't love the timing of it. I'm wildly uncomfortable with the timing. I do understand why they did it, because maybe you fix your franchise for the next decade. But man, the timing is terrible.
Were you wanting to wait like closer to the season? Or?
Well, I mean, they couldn't do that, I guess, but they didn't have to pay him $231 million though off the top. They could have been like, we'll take you and we'll trade for you, but let's hold off on the contract.
But here's the thing that we've been talking for the last 4 months. If you think that's your guy to get you over the top, you don't play around with that. Simple as that. And we've been talking about Deshaun. If he would have went to San Francisco, oh my God, they in the driver's seat. If he would have went to the Rams, oh my God, they in the driver's seat. Well, here is a Houston team, a Cleveland team that you've been talking about, Lloyd. Saying that all it is a real quarterback away. Yeah. And if they got that with that running game, Jarvis Landry stay put. I'm just saying.
Is he a top 5 quarterback?
When he left, he was a top 5 quarterback.
So you have to pay him like a top 5 quarterback. Then I mean,
it's a no-brainer.
The amount doesn't bother me. Again, it's just the timing of it all. I guess I'm sensitive because I have daughters, and I look at it and go, that's not a good look, because what But again, he has not committed the crime.
But Lloyd, this is where like I can't have my cake and eat it too, because I hate it more than you do. Okay, and the disparity and the issues with like what the amount of time Josh Gordon got versus the amount of time Ray Rice got, right? But let's just put it out there. Let's just be real and talk about it. We've got murderers playing in the NFL that we know about.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that didn't stop the money.
Talent wins.
And that didn't stop
it. It always has.
Right. And so Cleveland is just so – this is why I say you can't have your cake and eat it too, is that, like, I can't be mad at it, but then also realize that Cleveland's operating in the structure that we're providing for them. We're still going to watch Deshaun on Sundays, and we're still going to draft him on our fantasy football teams, and people are still going to buy his jerseys, and they're still going to sell out the stadiums that he goes and plays at, regardless of their uproar. And until that changes, right, the Cleveland Browns are doing the best thing for the Cleveland Browns and for the fans and for for their revenue streams and everything else.
Yeah, so, I don't hate what Cleveland did at all. In fact, I get it. And listen, Cleveland did what 12 other teams wanted to do.
Yeah.
And so what are you supposed to, I don't know. I don't know what you're supposed to do in this situation. I don't know. I don't even know what's right. If I'm being honest with you, I don't know what's right. Because again, technically, he has not committed a crime. He is an innocent man according to the law. Now, is there some questionable behavior? And is he probably going to get 6 games or 10 games or whatever the amount it is? Probably. But has he committed a crime? According to Houston law, he has not. So I don't know what to say about it. It's a weird look, but this is where we are. So
yeah.
All right. So free agency. The Colts did a thing. We'll start with your Colts. They did a thing. We're at question 5 for those who don't know, the free agency. We're starting with the Colts. If you're in our group chat, you realize this is a very controversial topic for us. For some of us. My initial reaction was, okay. But the more I've thought about it, it's not bad. Not a bad move. It's not a bad move. I don't have an issue with it. Did they get better? Only if a 15-year veteran can play better than the guy that he's replacing. And if he can, then they got better. It's that simple. To me. But I'm not a Colts fan. This guy over here is a Colts fan. I love to hear what he has to say about this.
It doesn't matter if I'm a Colts fan or not. The opinion is irrelevant for me being a Colts fan. Is it a good move? Yeah, I think it's a good move. He's the best quarterback we've had in the last 2 to 3 years, or 3 and 4 years, 5 years, whatever you want to say. Since Luck almost. Listen, Phillip Rivers.
You think he's better than Rivers?
That's what I'm going to say. Phillip Rivers took us. The fact that he's more mobile than Phillip Rivers is a world of difference.
Gotcha.
Phillip Rivers took us, and that was one of the things that hurt us against Buffalo in the playoffs, is that he couldn't move. He has no lateral movement. We understand.
Very true.
That. And we damn near knocked Buffalo off, and they was ranked number 1 in the defense then, right? So I think it's a major upgrade. I think even when we went to the playoffs and lost, we didn't have the running back dynamic that we have right now. So we can still rely on the running game. Here's the things: he can make those 3rd and 7 throws, 3rd and 5 throws, and all that stuff. So that's why I'm saying I'm not saying we've made it, and this. I'm saying we was like a quarterback away almost the last 2 years. In my opinion, I felt we was that close with our defense, with our run game. Jesse called and told me, he said, "Yeah, the worst thing you got going down is your coach, because your coach gambles too much, do stupid stuff." And I totally agree, So I think him plugging into the quarterback position, I think you still got to go find a quarterback, though. I think you got to look at the draft. I think you have to move up, do whatever you have to do. Look at next year's draft, position yourself, go ahead and start making some trades, whatever you got to do. But, I mean, geez, if Matt Ryan may be good another 3 years, we got to get a left tackle. I mean, we got to shore that offensive line up. But, I mean, geez, who wouldn't plug a guy that's pretty much averaging 4,000 yards a season? Yeah, I want to plug him in.
Here's the interesting thing about Matt Ryan is, this is probably going to be a really good move for the Colts. First of all, the Colts and the Titans, they just start off with 4 wins.
Yeah, that right off the bat, without question.
So, like Houston and Jackson, they're not going to beat themselves up like the AFC West, right? So, you starting off with 4 wins. And you're not asking Matt Ryan to be what Matt Ryan's had to be, right? He hasn't had a running game in I don't know how many years, right? He hasn't had a defense. He's got horrible field position. So I'm sure a lot of his numbers, right, are his completion percentage and his interceptions. They're tied to the fact that he's being asked to do things that he's not going to be asked to do in Indianapolis. And that's going to be a run-first offense, right, that has the ability to throw, that has the ability to go over the top.
Well, stay there for a second, because that's an interesting point you're making, and I've been giving that some thought. I'm wondering, is it run to pass now, or is it pass to run? Because who's the bigger threat, him or Jonathan Taylor? Well, Jonathan Taylor obviously is the bigger threat. So if I'm a defense, I come to the game saying,
8 in the box.
We're not letting this dude beat us. But if the dude proves he can beat us,
yeah. I think like Cam and Jesse said, I mean, it's a good move. I feel like it's a stopgap, like Cam said, for 3 years or so, and then they need to find who's going to be their quarterback. But I mean, as far as who's out there and his experience and the weapons that the Colts have now, I mean, I think it was a smart move to go get him.
Do this every 3 years. Be an NFL franchise that comes in and says, I'm going to take the last 3 years of Tom Brady. I'm going to take the last 3 years of Aaron Rodgers. I'm going to take the last 3 years of Matt Ryan. I'll take the last be that franchise, right? You always see trying to go low and trying to, get into the draft, and it's got to be, Trevor Lawrence, or this model might work, right?
I was thinking, Jesse, it's not a bad strategy if you can build all the other pieces around it solidly like the Colts have. It's not a bad model. It really isn't. If the guy can be the guy. That's the question. But here's what you're really asking Matt Ryan to do. Make 15 to 17 passes a game and don't lose the game for us. Don't throw any interceptions. If you can do that and set Jonathan Taylor free, like truly set him free, makes for an interesting situation.
Yeah, plus Matt Ryan's going to come to work every day, right? He's got the work ethic. He's led a team to the Super Bowl, right? Like he's played with the Julio Joneses and the Devontae Freemans of the world, right? He's going to come in and be a great addition to that locker room too.
By the way,
we need to pick him up too.
I was just gonna say, did they go get Julio as well?
It's a no-brainer.
It feels like that should happen.
Here's the only bad karma Cam needs to take into consideration, right? Do you know what you traded for Matt Ryan?
Yeah.
What?
A third-round pick.
Third-round pick. Do you know what pick that is in the NFL draft this year?
I don't.
82nd. If you flip that around, third round, 82nd pick, that's 28-3.
That's cold-blooded right there.
So
well,
I don't know.
That was Shanahan.
Hey, Bible's got a lot of signs in it. I don't understand, but all I'm saying.
That's cold-blooded. That was cold-blooded and well thought out. To your point.
Yeah.
We got to go get Julio Jones. We are so far under the cap.
Tyreek Hill today. To the shock of everybody, I would think, to the Dolphins for the 2022 first round, second round, and fourth round, and a 4th and 6th in 2023. Please, somebody explain to me on both sides. I understand why the Dolphins did it. Totally get that.
I understand why Kansas City did it.
Talk to me. Tell me why.
They wasn't going to be able to pay him. Look what Devontae Adams just got.
Ain't nobody tell them to pay that quarterback $578 million.
Even if they didn't pay the quarterback that, you can't pay the receiver without paying the quarterback, no way. So there's no way they were going to be able to sign Tyreek Hill, which Lloyd off the phone, we've talked about this, what Kansas City can do and what they can't do from a little inside source that we got.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, they're hurting over there.
Yeah, but look, put one more thing in Kansas City's bucket because I agree with everything Cam said. But this is, Cam, we talked about this earlier today. This is the deepest wide receiver class, and that's saying something given the past couple of years. This is the deepest wide receiver class in the last 10 years. And they just picked up 3 picks in this year's draft.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. You could go all in with those 3 picks on wide receiver, and you might have your starting 3 wide receivers for the next 10 years.
And that sounds like the strategy, along with putting the experience in the room of Juju Smith-Schuster. So I get why they did it. I think
Gordon.
And Josh. And who?
They got Josh Gordon over there.
Josh Gordon.
When did that happen? Did I miss that?
Yeah, that was last year.
I was there last year. I'm thinking of who is it that got suspended? I'm thinking of the suspension guy.
Atlanta.
Yes, that's what I'm thinking of.
Ridley.
Yeah. I'm like, what? Okay.
Well, do they take one of these picks and go get Robert Woods too?
Well, he's already at the Titans.
No, Woods is gone.
Yeah, he's gone. Yeah.
Yeah, he's already at the Titans.
He went to your division.
He's on our list. I don't hate what they did. Yeah, I don't hate what they did. I get it, and Tyreek Hill though. Are you afraid of them now though?
They got the fastest combo receiver in the league in the league this year. You named me to receive.
No. I'm talking about
Kansas City.
Chiefs. Before I get to Miami, I'm talking about the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Are you afraid of them now?
No.
I don't think people was afraid of them last year. Even though I had them picked to win the Super Bowl, I don't think people was afraid of them.
They wasn't afraid of them at the beginning of the season. By the end of the season,
facts.
They were terrified.
I think they got weaker and the Bills got stronger. So I think
during the season.
No, I'm saying
now. He's talking about
right
now.
As of right now.
He's talking about now.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. What about the Dolphin side?
I mean, they got two of the fastest.
Waddle.
They got two of the fastest wide receivers, like Cam said. So I mean, they gonna
How do you defend that? Like, what you gonna put both safeties over the top and a corner? Like, how you gonna defend? I'm curious.
And you still got Devontae Parker there too, right?
Yeah,
he's still there. I mean,
but I'm gonna tell you what this really is more than anything else. This is a signal to Tua Tagovailoa. You have 1 year, sir, to prove yourself.
That's what I said in the chat, Cam. That's
you got 1 year, and that's it. Not. Listen, they already brought the stopgap in Teddy Bridgewater, so they're saying we know we can get by, but now we want to win. And if you're our guy that can help us win, you get to stay. We'll even give you the contract. But if you're not, because all the excuses are gone now.
Yeah. So if he can't get it done, you think Teddy can get it done?
Man,
I ain't saying that. I'm saying.
I just asked the question.
Yeah. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying they will move on from Tua if he can't get it done.
Careful, Chad. Words are dangerous.
Yeah. Use your valve.
Is this on Tua though?
Solely on Tua.
I don't get it. I don't see it from the last 2 years that it's on Tua.
Let me say this.
I didn't see Tua lose games like Carson Wentz did. I didn't see him.
I don't disagree with that. I don't disagree with anything you said. Listen, I don't disagree with anything you're saying. Matter of fact, I think you're right. But I'm telling you, the move says it's now or never. And for whatever reasons, maybe they see something in his work ethic that they don't like. I don't know what it is that's making them pull the trigger so fast.
I don't think that's right.
But they are clearly telling this man, you're either going to produce this year or you're not.
And we also know that they make questionable decisions. So, I mean,
why are we not saying that about Derek Carr then?
I don't listen. Don't shoot the messenger. Don't shoot the messenger.
Let me shoot the person that said it. Who was the one that said it? So I can deal with them then.
Well, I mean,
this will be a great team, by the way, under Brian Flores. Though I will tell you that
it'll be a phenomenal. Listen, I'd have him maybe winning the division if he was still there. But Jess, you have your hand up.
I know why Miami traded away all their draft picks.
Oh, okay.
Wait for it.
Because they're about to lose like 6 draft picks with the Brian Flores investigation.
Oh, wow.
Get rid of them. We don't got them. You can't take them. We don't have babies.
Wow.
You can't take what we don't own.
2027? Okay.
Listen, y'all gonna make Christina. Y'all gonna turn Christina into the old Christina if y'all don't leave her alone. You came for Derek Carr's neck.
I forgot I wanted Derek Carr in Indy.
I'm just telling you what Christina said. Again, don't shoot the messenger.
Well, she's an Oakland fan. Nobody cares.
Oh, man.
Hey, Lloyd, you know how the marathon started, right?
How did the marathon started?
The Greek runner running back from battle to tell his country that they'd won war.
Right.
But the messenger died, though.
He did. Yeah. But the key to what you said was he decided to run. I'm gonna go hide. I'm Homer Simpson right now, ducking in the bushes. I don't even want all that.
I don't get where we go to say. And I heard the most ridiculous thing today too. I say if Tua don't do it this year, they're going to bring in Tom Brady to play in Miami.
No, that's not good.
Well, I'm just hearing all kind of stupid stuff at this point. Yeah. I'm just saying this is a team that won how many in a row last year? The year before they missed the playoffs by 1 game. You know the coach. Like I don't get it, man.
You think Tom Brady's in Tampa on week 1?
Yes.
Do I think what?
You think Tom Brady's in Tampa on week 1?
Yes.
I think so.
Yeah.
Oh, there's some smoke. You said you smoke.
Let me tell you something.
Open up.
I'm with you, Jesse. I'm with you. People think the decision is whether he wants to play or not to play. I don't think that's a decision. The decision is, do you want to be married or not married? What do you want? Tell me what you want. Because if you think Giselle is on board, Giselle, I respect her because she's a she knows the game, so she gonna say all the right things publicly.
But
there's a reason why
we saying different things, Lloyd. I thought we was in the car together.
Oh, we in the car together? I think
that car just split off.
Okay, talk to me. Well, tell me what you're saying.
San Francisco.
Oh, no, we definitely in the same car. No, not at all.
But like me and Cam said,
not at all. I don't believe that at all.
Okay.
Yeah, I need to hear the reasoning.
Only reason he said he'd come back is if they trade him to San Francisco.
Why would they do that though?
Picks and Jimmy G. Longer window. Who was their quarterback if they didn't bring him back and trade him?
A bum?
If Tom Brady manipulates his way to San Francisco, and I said manipulate,
you don't think he can?
Throw the whole damn system away.
No, that is not the right thing to say. Donovan Mitchell's manipulating his way right now to the Knicks, so you can't be going by that.
It's different league. You can in the NBA you can manipulate your way. It's a different league.
Yeah, no, I think he can pull it off though.
If that picks up momentum, Jesse, that is some straight.
Listen, have all the quarterbacks been moved just about now? Everybody?
Now there is one that has not.
And who is that?
Backup quarterback.
Come on, man. We can't make this up, man.
He's not even the backup. He's the third string guy now. How did that happen? How did that happen that fast? He woke up one day, he was in a fully committed marriage. He thought he was happy. Y'all saw the commercials? They look happy. He went to sleep, woke up, he's in a full. Not only was he divorced, but all this shit was sitting on the line.
Wait, who got divorced?
Baker Mayfield.
You know who he remind me of?
Johnny Manziel.
No, he reminds me of.
Don't do that. That's not necessary.
Mayfield reminds me of the guy that keeps the guy Indiana Pacers, the blowing kisses at LeBron and all that.
Oh, Lance Stevenson.
That's what he remind me of. Like,
man,
no attitude. Like nobody want that. Like you got talent, but nobody.
Listen. He went on The Bachelor, and they was like, "Nah, we good." Or The Bachelorette, and they were like, "Nah, we're good." And then he went on Flavor of Love, and they was like, "We're fine." So it ain't working out, man. Here's the reality. There's a strong possibility Baker Mayfield is going to be fighting for an NFL job this season.
That's not true.
On somebody's roster.
That's not true.
Okay, tell me where he's going.
Seattle.
No.
Okay.
Seattle?
Okay.
When I literally just read right before I got on the air that Colin Kaepernick and Pete Carroll are in conversations to have him. That's how much they don't want Baker Mayfield. He reached back 5 years to get him.
Kaepernick won't see another football field in his life.
He literally is there on the phone talking right now.
Baker Mayfield is solving racism in the NFL right now.
Man, the Texans don't even want to
I
do it.
agree with you on that one, Jess. Now we're back in the car together.
If he getting Colin Kaepernick a job.
Listen. You know your situation is bad when they reach back 5 years.
Can I take well, let's just tell you how stupid Pete Carroll is. Can I take the negativity, the racism out of this for a second?
Sure.
Kaepernick stinks. Without Jim Harbaugh, Kaepernick stinks.
You think so?
Without Jim Harbaugh, Kaepernick stinks as a quarterback.
Does he have any years of eligibility left?
I don't think that's how it works. I don't think that's how it works.
Hey, Chad, can you get that transfer portal?
I'm not sure that's how it really works. But again, with all that being said, Cam, look how bad Baker's situation is. You just said he stinks, and they're on the phone with him right now. And they were like, well, wait a minute, Pete, Baker Mayfield's out there. He's like, I'm good.
Before this surfaced about Deshaun Watson, before Deshaun Watson news came out about being eligible, by being cleared, before all that happened, they had already been talking about Kaepernick before the season ended. They had already been talking about that, so that ain't nothing new.
Brandon, no. You want Brandon? Are you saying that because you want Carolina? Oh, he wants North Carolina. He's probably rooting for North Carolina.
Yeah, he no probably too.
He's talking about Carolina Panthers, right?
Tar Heels is what he's talking about.
Okay, all right. Well, just FYI, it's coming up red on our screen, not blue. Just
bring it back home. The Celtics just beat the Jazz by 30.
Okay.
With Conley and Mitchell and Whiteside and Gobert and Clarkson.
Who did they take out? Who did they take out that game?
Okay.
Everybody. Nobody.
Since you feeling so braggy.
We all over the place right now. We all over the place.
Look, since he feeling so froggy, tell Brad to put 1,000 on them too then.
It's breaking news. Brad, put 1,000 on Boston.
Oh my goodness. We're moving on. Marcus Mariota to the Falcons.
Beat Detroit next Tuesday.
Marcus Mariota to the Falcons.
Yeah, they're gonna get somebody in the draft.
I've liked Mariota ever since college. Now, Atlanta's not a good situation to walk into. There's nothing for you. You know, you're not handing it off to anybody. You're not throwing it to anybody, right? They got Kyle Pitts. That's it. But I loved Mariota ever since Oregon, right? His poise. He doesn't make bad decisions. I still don't understand. I really don't, other than the situation that he was in. I don't understand why he didn't get as many chances as like a Matt Leinart got to start in this league. Because I think if you put Mariota on Buffalo, you put Mariota on the Colts, you put Mariota on Tampa Bay, right? You don't think he can complete passes to Mike Evans and Gronkowski and what?
Can Josh Rosen complete those passes too?
No.
My question about Mariota is very simply this.
No heart.
What does he do well?
Accurate.
That's important. That's important.
And how do you figure his accuracy is like, where are you getting that from?
That's just what I know him for.
Okay.
Well,
college-wise, he was accurate.
My question is to you, Lloyd.
Yeah.
What can I ask you every week?
Now, I would take Daniel Jones over Marcus Mariota. I would take Daniel Jones.
You never let me ask the question, man.
I knew where you were going.
We all knew where you were going.
I knew where you were going. We just talked about free agency. We'll get to or trades and stuff, or some free agency. But there's some other stuff that I didn't get a chance to write down. Jameis Winston back to the Saints. Chad, for some reason, got excited for Lyle Collins to the Bengals. I'm not sure why.
No, I didn't.
You said it was going to fix up.
I just said it was a good piece to be able to fix the offensive line. I didn't get excited about it. I'm just saying
they was giving up sacks left and right. They're gonna need more than Lyle Collins.
Oh, they got 2 or 3 other linemen that they signed. So I mean, I'm just saying they addressed something that was obviously a need.
So you're saying that a Super Bowl team addressed some needs that they had. That could be a scary thing. That could be scary.
Yeah. How big a deal was this?
Massive.
Devontae Adams has to be like, Tyreek Hill, you motherfucker. Because Devontae obviously deserves to be the highest paid wide receiver in the NFL, right? Like, it's just like obvious.
Why is that?
He's the best wide receiver in the NFL.
Who's that?
Devontae Adams.
Why is that?
Is he?
I mean, who are you putting him up against? I mean, I think he is.
I'm just saying, is he better than Tyreek Hill?
Yes.
Why? Because he got a better quarterback? Or I'm curious.
Do we know that he's the best, or are we just assuming he's the best because Aaron Rodgers is that good?
I think he's the most dominant wide receiver in the NFL since Randy Moss.
Devontae Adams?
Yes.
Wow.
You know Julio Jones played in between that era too. You know that, right? All right.
I'm not sure he was the most dominant wide receiver last year.
You know T.Y. Hilton played in that era too, right?
Well, I'm just talking about the kid that just played in the Super Bowl, Jamar Chase.
And with all that said, Devontae Adams is the best receiver in the league.
I mean, Chase is coming, but I mean, Devontae's done it year after year, though.
I get it.
Yes. I don't know if he's more. I don't know who strikes more fear though. Who strikes more fear, Devontae or Tyreek?
It's Tyreek all day.
So just that alone, doesn't that kind of put you back in the conversation of best?
Oh, I think so, man.
Don't take the height. Don't judge the man by his height. Yeah, he's a little dude.
Yeah, but that's the problem. You can catch it in the flat, 3 yard in the flat, but he may take that to the house.
You can go both of them dudes and flip them. I mean,
I'm not sure we're arguing. It feels like we're arguing over waffles and pancakes at this point. Like, what are we talking about?
So we're arguing about Terrell Owens and Randy Moss right now.
Right. Like I'm good either way. If Randy Moss is your trash or Terrell Owens is your trash, I'm gonna be okay. I'm gonna be okay. Some names that got left out. Von Miller to Buffalo.
That's a lot of money.
A lot of money. I ain't even mad at Von though. How can you be mad at that? That was $120.
Yeah.
He couldn't leave that bag.
They can eat that contract at the back end of that contract. They good with that.
Yeah, I mean he's got 2 rings.
And if you think you a couple of sacks of Patrick Mahomes away from getting to the Super Bowl, you do what you got to do.
Yeah.
And he got 2 Super Bowl rings, so that's his last contract. So he definitely had to.
What does J.C. Jackson to the Chargers do for you?
It bolsters up that defense even more.
I'll be honest with you. Prior to Khalil going, it did nothing for me. But when Khalil went, I was like, well, damn. now we have a problem.
Exactly.
Now we have an actual problem. What about Allen Robinson?
Hold on. We just go back 1 second.
Absolutely.
What the Raiders traded or got for Khalil Mack is all gone.
Yeah.
Not even on the team.
Yeah.
Bears made out. And then Khalil Mack just got traded for more. If you look at what Khalil Mack's been traded for the last 2 trades and you put them all in a basket, and then you look at what the Raiders got, which is not even on their team anymore. It is unbelievable. That might go down as the worst trade.
It's got to be in the top.
Is it?
Yeah.
Did they get more?
No, Trent Richardson's close. He might be up there.
Not Trent. Carson Wentz.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's not worse than Trent.
Trent hurt, man. God.
Trent was bad.
Alabama ought to be ashamed of that movie.
I mean, nothing is bad. Nothing as bad as Herschel, though. Nothing will ever be as bad as Herschel.
Yeah.
Why didn't just real quick question? Why doesn't Bobby Wagner have a team yet?
I think he will. I think he will.
He's going to Tampa.
Well, he had a visit with the Rams, so I think he may go to the Rams.
I think he went to the Rams.
I think the NFL's got to block that.
Wow.
Come on, man.
Chris Paul.
Jesse, handle that.
Bobby,
Handle that. Jesse, handle that.
Bobby, hold on. Let me pat you, man. Hey, Tom. Tom, this is Bobby. Bob, yeah. Hey, I'm gonna let you guys talk for a minute. No, I gotta go. I'm doing something. I'm gonna put this down though.
No, that's block that too. You gotta block that too. You can't have everybody, man.
Do you want Bobby to go to the Chargers? Take your pick.
I want Bobby to come to New York, but that ain't gonna happen. By the way, Jadeveon Clowney technically has not made a decision yet. I think he's staying, but technically he has not made a decision yet. Just throwing it out there.
He's old news.
Melvin Ingram, yet to make a decision. Patrick Peterson, yet to make a decision.
I would love to have that.
Go ahead and come to the blue.
Jerry Hughes, yet to make a decision. I have a sneaky suspicion. I think I know where he's going.
He can come home too.
TCU, huh?
No, he's not coming home. He's not coming here.
Not to your place.
No, he's coming. I think he's coming to the Giants. I really do.
I think he's going to
Is Landry still available?
Landry technically is still available.
How?
Honey Badger's still available too.
Still available.
I know where the Honey Badger going to be.
Where do you think he's going to be? You think he's coming here?
I hope so.
What? Oh yeah, Tom, I got his number too. Hold on.
I tell you what, if he comes here, that's a problem.
I think Landry is going to my Super Bowl pick in the AFC. I told you.
Buffalo. Oh, they just got rid of Beasley. They need a slot guy.
Baltimore.
That will be.
You think Huntley can get him there?
They need him.
I do.
Hate is real with this one. The hate is real with this one.
I think Baltimore, man. I think Baltimore. It's either Baltimore, and it makes all the sense of the world for Dallas. It makes all the sense in the world for Dallas. Oh, and the other cornerback is still available too that Dallas should have got. The Patriots, Carolina stuff.
Gilmore.
He is not available.
Is he not?
Gilmore just went back home.
To where?
Back home where listen, he went back home where the winters are cold and the chatter is warm.
He did? Are you sure?
He went to Buffalo?
No. The Patriots signed Malcolm Butler.
I never heard Buffalo chowder.
The Patriots signed Malcolm Butler today.
Malcolm Butler. Okay. 2 year deal for Malcolm Butler.
Why do I think Gilmore went back there? Maybe I missed that.
So Gilmore is still out there. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Y'all scare y'all on?
Yeah, you did.
I'm pretty sure of that.
Some of the players, there's Reggie Love. Some of the players are asking for too much money. Probably, but this is your last bag. You got to ask.
The league,
all they can tell you is no.
Reggie said the league is getting younger. Not when
it is getting younger.
Yeah, but not when you think you're that a Super Bowl away. You're gonna pick up who you need to pick up.
Did the Rams skew the model and by Jesse's theory earlier, did the coach skewing the model? Because listen, if this Matt Ryan thing works, you have your new model because it's worked 2 years in a row. Yeah. Especially if you're close. That's the new model.
If you just get better, right? If they go from like second team not to make it into the playoffs to like they make it to the second round of the AFC Championship game, like that's better.
That's better,
right? And at that point, you're really you're one injury, right? You're one last second field goal. You're one bad play, one whatever away from being in the Super Bowl, right? So.
Dante Hightower has not made a decision.
Does OBJ go back to the Rams?
Well,
OBJ.
Boy, it sounds like they want him,
he talked about today that he would have no problem going back to Cleveland.
You got Amari Cooper on one side, OBJ on the other side. Plus possible Landry might come back too.
That feels like a problem.
We didn't talk about that with Cleveland though. I wondered, Deshaun run it when they've got Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb in the backfield?
He doesn't have to run it ever anymore if he don't want to. He doesn't have to.
But what if all three of them run? Like you could run every play and not ever have it look like a run, and one of those three players be running it, and nobody ever get tired. Like you could do what New England did in that game.
You could, but I don't want Deshaun running it.
Me neither.
Not with all that. I don't need that.
Too good of a passer.
I don't need that.
He put those yards up without Hopkins that last year. Like,
right.
I'm just saying him and Kareem Hunt in the option in the quarterback option game.
Kind of scary.
Yeah, fake that too. Do a play action on top of that. Yeah.
Kazir White not made a decision. Just FYI, just throwing it out there. Has not made a decision.
Dak Prescott has not made a decision.
His decision.
He did make a decision. He had a decision.
No, he hasn't decided how many interceptions. He's got the over/under on how many interceptions.
Oh, he's already decided that.
No, he ain't called him a bet yet.
He's already decided that.
We need
Okay.
to get Cole
22?
Beasley back.
22? He's going over?
It's gonna be high.
We need to get Cole Beasley back, man.
Let me say this real quick because I think we need to say it because I think we've exhausted. We didn't put the NBA in this week, but we probably should have because there's some weird things happening right now as we speak. We got some time. Jesse said Boston beat the Jazz. That happened. The Grizzlies are beating the Nets by 12 with no Ja Morant. Golden State is beating Miami with no Clay, no Draymond, and no Steph Curry. What in the entire hell is happening tonight? Is this opposite day? What the hell is happening?
The Lakers beat the Warriors. It happens.
Hey, Boston's about to be 1.5 games out of first.
I mean, some people you get up to play and some people you don't. I mean,
but just last night they lost to the Magic.
Some people get up to play
in ridiculous fashion.
I don't know. Hey man, the
so one night you lose to the worst team in the league, and then the next night you beat the best team in the East.
Miami clubs are better than Orlando clubs.
Apparently, it's like we got motivation.
I don't know.
I'm gonna tell you something, man. To me, one of the scariest teams in the league is the Grizzlies because they don't. You said that you did, Cam. You said that they don't care what your jersey says. They don't really care. They could care less.
Lloyd, will this let me share my screen?
Yeah, absolutely, sir.
Can I show something real quick?
Absolutely. Jump in there. I think it will let you share. Let's see.
I think so. Yeah, it has at the bottom.
If it's about Boston, we'll want you to share it.
I got a question too that I heard today that kind of boggled my mind too.
Here we go.
All right. So you see when you look at these records, right? And you look at the home versus the away, they're pretty similar, right? Most teams, especially the top teams, right, are better at home and 500 or a little better than 500 away, right? There's not a lot of disparity there. Go to your expanded stats and look at the games versus 500 and above and below 500 and above, right? Where the Celtics are disparate below 500, they lose to bad teams. Look at this. Other than the Wizards and the Pacers.
The Celtics do or Miami does?
Right? The Celtics do. Look, 14 losses against bad teams. I can make my screen
bigger because there we go. I can see it.
Right? Against bad teams. So, 7 losses against bad teams, 8 losses against 8, 10, 14 for Boston. But against good teams, they've got the best record against teams over 500. That's why I think the Celtics are scary because of who they play. They're not 5 games up in the East right now because they haven't beat teams under 500 to the same degree that Miami has.
Right.
That's the only reason.
Miami has beaten the teams you're supposed to beat. You're right.
Mm-hmm.
So when they're only playing teams over 500, they've got the best record in the NBA against teams over 500. So
what you're saying is
they're 29-3 since the last week of January. They've got the best defense in the league. I'm saying I'm picking Brooklyn to win the NBA Finals.
That's hilarious.
All that to say.
I can't. I'm sorry. I can't do it. My blackness won't allow me to pick Brooklyn.
By the way, Eric Spoelstra and Jimmy Butler was face to face today during the game, and Haslam was right there with Spoelstra in Jimmy Butler face, and I'm talking about throwing the chalkboard and everything. Like it got pretty heated.
Well, it should because you just got beat by 18 to a team that didn't have.
I think this is not nowhere near the end of the game. Nowhere near it.
It should be heated because you just got beat by a team that didn't have had one All-Star out there.
It was nowhere near the end of the game.
Well,
the only team that you can safely rest your hat on and say, okay, they're gonna be there is Phoenix.
The Minnesota Timberwolves.
They are playing better.
They're beating Phoenix right now. So
No, are you serious?
Yeah, they beating the hell out of them. Yeah, that's why they act.
What is it? Oh, no. They came back. Phoenix has come back. It's 94-91.
Now, would y'all
94-93. I'm sorry.
But Phoenix has scored 12 more points in the second half. So they were down 13 at halftime.
Would y'all like to play with Patrick Beverly? Because I know playing against him is.
I was at the game yesterday, bro. He's a menace, dude.
Man, bro, he's.
Yes, I want him on my team.
Exactly, because I don't want to play against him.
He's like Marcus Smart.
Nah, he ain't that bad.
I don't know. Listen, on the court, I like what he does.
Yes.
Everything else, I can't stand it. It's
every team needs a JJ Redick. Stop it.
That's a lot, though.
Every
you got to
team
really
needs
gear
a JJ
yourself up
Redick.
for. You got to really prepare your daily mind to Patrick Beverly. You have to. Like, it's a lot. It's a lot.
You think he's more than Kyrie? Yeah. I got to prepare my mind for this man not to get a shot that a baby gets because the earth's flat and sage smells good. So
I think Pat Beverly's worse.
Win an NBA championship.
But it's a different kind of annoying. They're both annoying. It's just it's all really bad.
I want that guy on my team. I want that guy on my team.
I hear you.
Yeah.
I can't argue against him being on your team because
he's the Powells of the world. He's the Eddie Houses of the world. He's the, you know what I mean? He's the Carusos of the world. Like, you got to have somebody like that just grind.
No, he's the poor man's Lance Stevens. But he might be better than Lance Stevens as far as being an irritant.
Yeah, or like the young J.R. Smith.
No, he don't forget where he's at, ever.
Wow.
By the way, shout out to Minnesota because they pulled out the greatest petty I think I've seen in 5 years. When Russell Westbrook shot that air ball, that was fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, didn't Westbrook hit a game winner this week?
He did.
He did not hit a game winner this week.
Was it this week or was it last week?
He did not hit no
He's sending them to overtime, right?
He's hitting it
over. Okay, send it overtime.
I'm sorry. Didn't Westbrook hit a really clutch shot this week? That
he did.
In a game you guys ended up winning?
Yeah, and we needed that game.
Didn't you make a clutch moment at work too? Like, that's going to happen. Doesn't matter.
By the way, I have to ask this question. I have to.
Kim said, every clock is right twice a day.
Twice a day, that's right. Let me ask this question before I forget. Because I will forget because I'm old. Your thoughts on Zion Williamson's dunk?
I don't get it. If you can do that, why are you not?
It looked like he lost a step.
It was simple to me.
It was what?
It was simple to me. It was a simple statement. And I agree with Zion.
What was the statement? What was the statement? Trade me to New York?
He said, Knicks, I'm ready. Simple.
Pull the trigger. Yeah. Pull the trigger.
You say, I'm off of the beignets and fried red beans and rice.
Hey, the Pelicans are okay with this too. Because they got their future with Brandon Ingram and CJ McCollum. They're okay with this.
Listen.
They're going to get some picks. And some
they are one player away from making it very interesting in the West, coming out of New Orleans.
And they got the big man too, Orlando, right? What's
Jackson Hayes.
No. They got the shooter over there, the big man.
Vucevic.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So he has 1 year left on his contract. Zion does, right?
Rookie contract.
On the rookie contract.
Yeah, RJ Barrett, him and I think so.
He just said RJ Barrett.
I think you pull the trigger if you New Orleans, you got to get him out of there.
Well, I'm saying they in the same draft. I know Barrett got 1 year left.
Yeah, I think you got to pull the trigger and get him out of there.
Who does Barrett play for?
He played for New York.
The Knickerbockers.
Yeah, but Zion's going to the Knicks. They both said, dude, that's what Coach K going to be. He's going to be the GM for the Knicks. Yeah. That all makes sense. Yeah.
So
He is not going to be the GM. Do you realize Worldwide West is at New York? He's not replacing Worldwide West.
He's about to get voted, mandated out the league, though. That's not a problem.
Worldwide West? Okay.
Yeah. It just simply means
for proving that
his weight.
Yeah, he's still dunking basketball.
I'll be nice. My wife has been praying for Zion, so I'm gonna let those prayers stand.
That don't mean those prayers are working though.
Might be. He looked thinner.
So does that mean he doesn't have a second surgery now because he can dunk?
Who said he need? Never mind.
His team. They shut him down and said he can't play. He's just not ready. He needs more time. And then he's doing all-star dunks.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna say the same thing about him that I heard Richard Jefferson say today. Bruh, whoever's on your team that's advising you, fire them immediately. This is terrible. This is a horrible look.
We talked about this too, Lord. He need to fire his people, and he need to go sign with Cut Sports right now.
I mean, all of them, like all of them. Line them up. There's one of my favorite movies, funny movies. Everybody has a guilty pleasure movie. One of mine is Head of State. At the end of Head of State, the guy that lost the presidency lined up his whole entire staff and slapped the entire piss out of him. That should be Zion Williamson.
Is that Chris Rock?
Line up your whole staff and slap the piss out of every one of them because they are advising you wrong, sir.
Yeah.
You look crazy. He look crazy out here in these streets.
He needs some leadership, man.
Yeah, he ain't no leadership. All right.
Hey, the Pelicans have a qualifying offer on Zion in 23.
I deny it. I would deny that with every fiber of my being.
That is definitely trade. I mean, he's going to get traded.
Yeah, I think that's what I agree with you, Kevin. I think that's what it was done for. Show them that you can do something, that you're still a valuable asset.
Right, but if he gets whatever he gets from the Knicks offered to him, the Hornets can match it.
They won't.
Not the Hornets, the Pelicans.
But the Pelicans are okay with this because they don't want him.
Well, let me ask you this. Let's assume it's the Knicks. Let's assume it's the Knicks. What do the Knicks want back?
The Knicks want back or the Pelicans want back?
I'm sorry, the Pelicans. Yeah, what do the Pelicans want back?
They're going to get draft. The Knicks are sitting on draft picks and all kind of stuff. They're going to get all kind of compensation for it.
But is there a player they want?
Well, we know everybody wants the boy in the middle.
Mitchell Robinson.
Yeah, Mitchell Robinson. Everybody
That's
wants
not
him. They're not going to happen. And they know it.
That's not
So they're willing to say, okay, if you don't want to play with us, go ahead, Zion, play one more year, and then you can just walk over here.
The Knicks don't seem to want Julius Randle anymore.
I mean, yeah.
Ooh.
That may be the only viable option.
Ooh.
Look up with your boy and play again. Your boy.
Ingram, Randall, and
because that might be what they're missing, a dirty work player.
And they got a good point guard over there too, a real good point guard.
Great point guard. They got a bucket getter. All they need is a dirty player. All they need is a dirty work player. Grab these rebounds, play a little defense.
You're making a lot
be
of sense.
physical.
You're making a lot of sense.
Yeah.
That deal might already be done. We just waiting on the
True. It might already be.
Because they really have Julius Randle went from being the sixth man of the year and beloved, and he's being cheered to, man, when we getting this guy out of here?
Yeah. That's a good trade, though. Oh,
in less than a year.
NBA All-Star.
When did he get paid?
Huh?
When did he get paid?
Julius?
Last year.
Last year, I think, is when he got his money.
Yeah. I say that's a go.
So a sign and trade? Sign and trade, send him out with his check. He get his check, we good. Everybody's happy.
I think so.
That's a go.
Bro, you can't stand beignets. How you gonna deal with New York pizza though?
It was before this year.
Last year, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean between seasons
Huh?
on July 31st, right?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
Yeah,
so
make
he had all
all
that
the
success,
Yeah.
and then he signed. He got his money, right? So 4 years. How much was it?
Like 121.
Yeah, 121, something like that. And so then this year, this is how he performs and acts.
Do you pay Zion 121 now? Well, I guess it ain't. I guess you ain't paying him. It's the Knicks paying him. So
Well, you say performs. What is his numbers? He ain't just throwing up bad numbers.
well, but they don't. But they're not benching him because of bad numbers. They're benching him because he's a malcontent.
And he just
Old Thibodeau.
I was gonna say there seems to be a pattern.
Old Thibodeau.
yeah, he just ran into them injuries. I think they'll pay him. But
Jimmy Butler didn't want to play for you, man. Good Lord.
Yeah, gentlemen, who you give me a shout out to tonight?
I'll go ahead and go. I'm giving my shout out to Jaden Ivey and his mom. She's coaching for Notre Dame in the women's tournament. He is playing in the men's tournament, and it's pretty cool, man. You know,
It's very cool.
Mother and son, playing in their respective tournaments. So shout out to them.
Who does he play for?
Purdue.
I see what you did there. I see what you did there. Yes, you got any shout outs tonight?
Yeah, shout out to Ash Barty for going out on top. And
Surprising, but I get it.
let's go Houston.
You want the chaos? I like it. I do like chaos. I ain't gonna lie to you. I do like a little chaos. What you doing, Cam? What you doing tonight?
I got 3 shout outs today. One to Duncanville's own Deja Kelly, who's putting it down for the Tar Heels. She looked good out there. I mean, she leading the interviews and everything. Like, she's the leading scorer. I'm like, man, that's what's up. That's right from the city. So that's pretty good. Definitely want to give a shout out to what's that guy? Shoot, his name. Anyway, he passed Carmelo for second all time scoring leader now.
This guy.
I'm gonna tell you, listen. This whole thing is almost over with. It's gonna be summed up as something. And we can talk. Listen, I had an argument today and yesterday with some guys about rings. They're talking about Mike is 6 for 6 with rings and all this and all that. He got more rings than LeBron. At the end of the day, that doesn't make Mike better than LeBron. This is gonna be my argument.
Well, let me help you. Let me help you with this argument right now. In my humble opinion, it's LeBron, and I'm not even sure it's close. And that's no disrespect to Mike, but Mike did it with the Bulls. LeBron has done it with 3 different teams.
Enough said.
It's just my opinion. I'm not fighting people on this. It's just my opinion. Because just like I value their opinion when they talking
Listen,
about Mike.
All those years Mike was losing in the first or second round, LeBron was in the finals. Or losing in the finals.
10 times. How many in a row?
I don't know. How many Brady? How many Brady? What's Brady?
Just
listen.
If we're using rings as the measurement, okay, you want to say Mike got more? Okay. But if we're using reality as the measurement, could you lift Mike off of the Bulls and still get the same results? Uh-oh.
Well, my argument with the rings, I'm just gonna say this. I know I be pissing people off with this, but it's my listen. I value people's opinion about Jordan. Okay, well, value mine about LeBron. My thing is, if you're gonna talk, because whenever you get anybody that's cold blooded on Mike, the last thing they can talk about is rings because everything else is relevance that they're talking about. So they have to go to the rings and say that he's 6 for 6. I get it. Montana was 4 for 4. Did that make him better than Tom Brady? Aikman was 3 for 3. Did that make him better than Tom Brady?
Eli Manning was 2 for 2. What are we talking about?
So the ring for me, the rings are important.
Lose.
So the rings are important, but they're not everything. Okay.
Matter of fact, Eli beat the GOAT twice.
Chill.
Does that make him the GOAT? I don't think so. What are we talking about?
And then my other argument with that is, okay, well, he got more than LeBron. Okay. Derek Fisher got more rings than Allen Iverson. He don't have a ring. Does that make him?
By that logic, the GOATs are Bill Russell and Robert Horry.
All right, I'm done. We need to have a whole segment.
We will. We absolutely will.
Don't you worry.
We absolutely will. Because I get tired of that argument too. LeBron, listen, for all you people like Stephen A. Smith and people like that who just want to dismiss LeBron like he don't matter, or even Kobe like he don't matter. Okay.
And my last thing on that. LeBron is going to be the all-time leading scorer. Okay, well, you want to talk about the comparison? He got more points than Mike. You can say he played that many years. That's fine. But ain't it illegal to be number 1, number 2 in scoring and in assists, like top 8 and top 7 in assists? Ain't that like illegal? Like those could have been points too. If he turned half his assists into points.
To quote the great Cam, take some off, bro. Take some off.
And my last shout out goes to my namesake. My boy is looking good.
He looks fantastic.
Say, man, listen, he looking hungry. And I just listen, I'm really listen. I'm not the most deepest religious person in the world, but I am just so praying that he do not go to the Dallas Cowboys.
Oh God, no! God, no! Please don't let that.
I could rock a Dallas Cowboy Alexander jersey.
Nah,
every week.
I've talked to him. Listen, he is so focused, Lord.
I love it.
He don't put the stuff behind. He don't care if it has crippled him to this point. He like, I just need a crack. Like, just slip me in. I'm gonna kill on my pro day.
Listen.
My boy ready. He's mentally ready. He's physically ready.
He has one job. Go to that pro day. Go to that pro day and ball out. He's already done. Half the battle's already been won. Think about this. And I know we got to close, but think about this. Was it 4 years ago? We entered the draft season, and nobody had DK Metcalf anywhere in their first round draft. Nobody. Go back and look at those nobody.
Pro day.
He took his shirt off, and all of a sudden, who's this kid? Who's this incredible Hulk-looking kid? I'm just saying.
He is so.
I'm excited.
He's locked in, bro. He's locked in. That's the word.
I'm excited. Tell him to send me another picture. We'll tweet it out again.
Prayers to him, man.
We'll keep tweeting it out until draft day. So that was one of mine. That was gonna be one of mine that you kind of took from me, stole my thunder. But
that's go ahead and get your shout out, man. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, it's too late. But shout out to John Alexander though. Okay, that was one of mine. My other one I got is gonna be the same one I'm gonna give out tomorrow, which is to the coach of the year in Florida, Mr. Coach Jr., aka Charlie Ward.
Hey.
Coach of the year. Man,
awesome.
What a difference a year makes. Bounced in the regionals last year. Now they're singing your praises. That's what's up. Or in the words of Mike Jones, back then they didn't want me. Hey. Now I'm hot. Y'all about me.
Hey.
All right, y'all. Listen, wonderful time. Shout out to Reggie Love. Appreciate you, my guy. Al B, we miss you. Keep doing your thing, boy. We'll see you tomorrow. That is Jesse Wright down there. That is Killer Cam over there. Our producer, Chad Major. I'm Lloyd Spence. Y'all, this is the 5. Shout out to all y'all on them stars too.
Lakers beating the 76ers 7-6.
What's happening? What's happening? What are we doing?
Lakers 7-6. 9-6. 9-6.
Hey, the subject of this show in about 5 weeks is going to be how the Brooklyn Nets knocked out the number 1 seed Boston Celtics, and he will not even appear on the show. I'm telling you right now. I'm calling it right now. That boy down there will not even appear on the show.
The one right here?
Yeah, that one right there. He will not appear on the show.
I disagree. I think he's going to pull up with some Cleveland barbecue and shock the world.
Labels. That Cleveland barbecue. Woo.
Y'all got me want to go to Cleveland now.
I know, for real.
You got to take the flight just for
the barbecue. Man, Cleveland?
Hey, my assignment and my assignment was clear. Golden State, sweep them. LeBron, come to LA. That's what happened. So, job well done. Good job.
Oh, my goodness.
Yes.
All love to everybody. Appreciate y'all. Have a good one.
I'm plugging in with the there's no mystery. Let's make history with the the strong will 2 and 3. Add 1 more plus me and do the 5. Yeah, keep it on the floor.